Welcome to Body Efficiency Training, and in this video we're going to be doing a body alignment exercise that I call the neutral stance, and we're going to be doing it standing up but mostly lying down. And the neutral stance is the most relaxed position your body can be in, and we define it by asking a question. And the question is, what position would your body form if it were floating in space and you could achieve perfect relaxation? In other words, no force is acting on it at all, internally or externally. And this is the position here. You go to a slight horse riding stance or a frog-legged stance, toes pointing out, hips open at the front but also open at the back, so you're sitting on a chair. You're on the ball of the feet. You feel a stretch in the hips. Remember, we're floating in space and we're trying to find the position even though we're in gravity, so we've got to work. You pull in the belly, lift up the rib cage, lift up the shoulders, lift up the arms to this about 45 degrees away from your body, and hold your hands in loose fists, so halfway between closed and open. And then you lever forward. You're going to a half squat. So this is like halfway between a jump. You're on the ball of the feet, keep the belly pulled in tight, the nice arch in the spine, you want the S-curve in the spine, and you lever forward into the half squat. So it's a very dynamic position. But remember, we're floating in space, so we're trying to find that position. It's a bit like the fetal position as well. It's a very primitive shape, a very powerful shape. It's actually quite dynamic. And here you can see, it's halfway between the jump, you're spring loaded, you're ready to spring up into a jump. So we're holding it for a moment there in a vertical position, and now we're going to do it lying down. So we're trying to find the same alignment. You see, the alignment inside our body, we've got to find it independent to gravity. Whichever position our body is in, we need to control our alignment from the inside. So now lie down in this slow manner, leaning from one elbow to the next, control the descent, and then stretch out your arms and legs and feel a nice arch in the spine, open the rib cage, pull in the belly, and then you just stretch left and right, one foot down and one foot up, and one hand up rather, so either side is stretching and the other side is just relaxing, and just pull out the whole spine all the way from your feet down up to the hands, and then bring your hands to the sides here. So we're starting to find the neutral position in the arms, but remember the shoulders are up and back, so that means you've got to push the shoulders a bit into the ground. So you lift up the shoulders, push them into the ground, drop the elbows down, hold the arms loose. You're still opening the rib cage, so you've got a tilt in the rib cage and pulling the belly in. You've got the lumbar arches off the ground, and then lift the legs up. So first of all, just pull the legs above the waist, and then slowly open the feet and hold the toes slightly down. Now you've got a lot going on here. You're feeling lumbar arch. You've got to pull the belly in to counteract that arch. You've got to use the psoas muscles to pull the legs up, and you're feeling the hip flexors as the legs fall apart. You're trying to hold a position. Now I keep moving all the time. This is not static. You're trying to feel the alignment, feel the correct S-curve in the spine, and hold it. You're trying to relax into it. Imagine you're actually standing up on the ground. You're doing the exact same position you were just doing standing up, and you're trying to find it whilst lying down. So again, very slowly, very carefully, it's an internal practice of trying to hold your body in the right alignment regardless of the way gravity is working on you. And we're trying to find this neutral stance, the most relaxed position your body could be in. In other words, every joint is bent halfway. Every joint is rotated halfway. So everything is in exact the midway position where neither muscle is pulling upon it. You see, when you're stretched out, one muscle is elastic, it wants to pull back. So we're trying to find a position where no muscle is pulling on any other. And then just release out into that big stretch, and you stretch one side against the other side, so the same foot goes down as the hand goes up, and you feel a stretch and a bend in the spine. Open it all up and feel the movement right from the hips and the shoulders all the way through the body. And then just bring the hands above the head, not under the head. You're trying to get the whole body flat on the floor, but you feel an arch in the lumbar, so the lumbar is slightly off the floor. The hips are projected into the ground, and breathe deeply into the back of the ribs. Now to get up here, you've got to lift your shoulders up, push the elbows into the ground. So you use the spine and the hands to help. Push the elbows into the ground, slide them back, and then push the palms into the ground so you can rise up with a nice straight spine, keep the belly pulled in tight. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little workout. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.